Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Power Lady, for what I hope is a clear understanding of what 1221 means. We have heard talk of the new normal, the Great Reset, and the conjunction. These terms have been used interchangeably, but they are all different. The new normal refers to a new life from what we have been accustomed to. The Great Reset is the starting over of their new world order. Notice I said their, because it is their plan and not ours. But the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn on December 21st, 2020, will put into motion a 2-year period that we can create and manifest what we want. You see, the elites know this and have been ruling over us for 200 years now under a slow-moving earth sign. On 12/21, Jupiter and Saturn come together so close that their magnetic field will combine and create a new element. This happens every 20 years. This is the most powerful energy because these two planets are water and air. They are opposite. Neither rules the other. So they won't control our energies as the earth sign did for the past 200 years. But what they don't want you to know is that this powerful energy is here for you to use. You are no longer bound by a slow-moving earth sign. Everything has been flipped and moving with fluidity. The elite's plan was to keep us locked down and separated from one another. They don't want us together, asking, questioning, praying, and gaining strength from one another. 6 feet apart keeps us from vibrating together, which makes us more powerful than the elites. Meanwhile, they are preparing a ritual to harness this energy to control us yet again. When this conjunction occurs, their elite world will crumble. We will be free from their control, and we will be in control of our destiny. But you know they will not go down quietly, and we must stay the course. They will try to put more sanctions on us and push that shot at every turn. Prepare to start meditating on 12/21 and then weekly for the next 2 years. Start a group that meditates at the same time every week. 15 to 30 minutes, you decide. You don't have to physically meet, but your mind and consciousness will. You do it now when you pray. With everyone meditating or praying to the universe, collectively, our gifts, what we want, and new lives are ours for the asking. Additionally, they will step up their Agenda 2030 plan for depopulation, socialism, and a multinational government. But as long as we meditate on the positives for ourselves and others, their plan will fail. You see, the elites use negative energy, such as hate, depression, chaos, fighting, and fear, to name some. But all we use is the power of love, which runs circles around their negatives any day of the week. We outnumber them, and together in mass, we are more powerful. For us, we will see the sharing of ideas, mental accomplishments, with new thoughts, and a loving, caring way of life. It is time for we, the people, to take our power back from the 1% of the population and get back to being creators of our own destiny. Next is a portion of a video from Adapt 2030. Dubyne sums up the conjunction or Great Reset. The link is in the description for the full video.
What we see on the planet right now with all of this chaos and duress and torture of the human spirit, we can undo that in a flick of a blink of an eye here coming up. And I think that's the reason that we're being kept 6 feet apart, because our bioresonance field will become so powerful as a force of the human spirit, the human species, that it can override these elite in about 1/5 of an 1/8 of a second, and they would lose their power. So in order for these elite to try to keep their power, they're going to have to try to ride on top of a natural cycle and prevent us from coming together to use our power. So what's going to overlap on the 21st here, you might ask? The solstice itself is a powerful time, and it's been marked through antiquity. If you look around the planet, how many ancient sites are there that are marking the solstice, either the winter solstice or the summer solstice? Thousands. And there are, everywhere you look across all continents and all centuries and all time, they are marking these days. It's so powerful. But then when we look at the shift from earth into air, talking about astrology and how these signs moving from a denser medium into a heavier, faster medium, cryptocurrency would be an example of something moving faster. But then at the same time, we're coming into the very first minute of the first degree of Aquarius transiting in now that 2,160 year time period of this. We're entering in that 26,000 year loop of the precession of the equinox. We're coming into this very first minute. So if you know anything about longitude, latitude, and sailing and marking time and where you are on the meridians or wherever you might be at, this includes aircraft, that minute, that degree is broken down into 60 minutes. And we're in the very first second of the very first minute of the very first degree heading into Aquarius on a new 2,000 year cycle. On top of the planets Jupiter and Saturn conjuncting so closely that they haven't been this close since 1226 AD. We're shifting of an age in not only the medium of our existence on the Earth here in our solar system from Earth to air, but then we're coming into Aquarius, water, it flows. All of these energies are changing. Why do you think the Great Reset's here? You're being forced to reset under a new set of rules that the elite are going to set up and then set you on top of, because their pyramidal top-down structure is about to shatter. It can't exist. That was an old Earth heaviness, set paradigm and set way of rulership over the planet. The elite took that. Well, as we move into this new energy, that structure is not going to exist any longer. It can't hold state. So instead of letting things organically arise and the elite losing their power, they're saying, all right, the new system's coming, the new vibration's here, and we're going to set the new rules, and you're going to have to exist in our new rules where we're still the leaders. So we're going to reset everything. You can't breathe, you can't come together, and you can't use your human energy to overthrow us, and then we're going to control how you move from this point forward. We know what the dates are, we know what the times are. It's time for us to take our power back. Craig.